Today I've got hedges to cut, grass to strim,
branches to trim and weeds to clear.
Normally I'd need 4 different garden tools, but today I've only brought one.
And we're going to test it to find out if this one tool is good enough to replace all 4. This is the Erbauer 36 volt garden multi-tool that I picked up from Screwfix, and it looks really promising for all the jobs we need to do. Before we start doing any of our garden jobs, we've got a few bits to put together, but before we do any of that, I'm going to put the battery on charge. This is a 36 volt tool and it comes with this huge Erbauer battery. And I need to get that charged because we want to test to see if the battery's any good as well. In the box we get the main body that holds the battery. We also get a chainsaw, a hedge trimmer, a strimmer, a brush cutter and an extension pole. Now at $3.99 this is not cheap. But compared to buying 4 separate garden tools at a cost of around £700, it might actually be really good value for money. But it's still going to need to be good quality and do everything that it claims on the box really well. Now before we get into it, this tool was bought and paid for with my own money. No sponsorships, no free tools. I bought it so I can test it and see what it's like for you guys. Now the first job of the day is to cut this leylander that's been left for months. So we're not giving this an easy job. This is not some easy little hedge to cut. Some of this is really thick and I've got to be careful not to go back too far because I'll probably just hit the dead bits. It's been left that long. So I'll use the hedge trimmer attachment first. This is quite a big hedge and it's not going to be an easy task for our tool. Is it going to be able to replace my normal hedge trimmer? But before we can cut that hedge, there's a couple of things we need to set up. First of all, the handle, which is a nice easy clamp on setup, but you do have to find the ideal comfortable position and then use the wing nut to fix it in place, followed by the very annoying shoulder strap. I think the different positions this will lock in will be really handy because we'll be able to do the top of the bush and from an angle under the bush without getting it all in our eyes. Locking it in looks pretty simple too. Pop that in there and do up the little wing nut and we're good to go. I'll pop this onto power 2 because, well, who wants less power? We've got a fully charged battery and we should be good to go. One of my top tips for cutting hedges, lay a tarpaulin down because it'll make it a lot easier to clear up afterwards. Now the first thing I want to know with a hedge trimmer is what the weight distribution's like. I hate it when they're head heavy and they're hard to use. And this one, the weight's in the perfect place. The battery's down the bottom and you can't feel that weight. Yeah, I mean, look, you've got good reach with this and the power's all there. Obviously it's a brand new blade, but it's nice and sharp. It's cutting that no problem at all. The angles that the cutting blade can be moved into are also really important, and I'm quite impressed that I can cut in some pretty intricate positions, including the bottom of the hedge and the top of the hedge, without too much effort at all. See what I mean about cleanup being a bit easier with a tarpaulin? There we go, just half an hour and it's made a really nice finish on that hedge. Still full, that's quite a lot of work for it, and it is still a completely full battery. So we'll see if we can run it out throughout the day as we do the other tests. It's cut some really thick stuff as well, so the power is definitely there. I like the way you can adjust the angles. I like the way the head is not too heavy on it. You can maneuver it nicely, but there's one slight drawback with it, and this is something that a lot of these tools fall foul to. We've got this pole that we can't take out of the middle. We can extend it and make it longer, but we can't take the head off the end of this extension pole and put it on the body. So we're always working away from our body. So would I replace my hedge trimmer with it? Yeah, it's a good little tool. There's no issues with it at all. It does exactly what it says on the tin. There's only that one little drawback, which is the length. Let's move on to the next job. These heat waves and hosepipe bands haven't done my grass a lot of good at all, but I still need to cut it. And well, we need to get a good strimmer on the go. I can never seem to find a good strimmer. So let's see if our new Erbauer tool is a good strimmer or not. Building this attachment up out of the box is pretty easy. You just got to put the guard on and pop a couple of screws in. And if you look on the sides of the strimmer head, you can see these 2 little buttons. If you push them in, you can access the line. So we can always change the line because we all know we break the line, and that's really annoying. The line is also adjustable. The length of it can be adjusted in and out on this little screw. It's got directions on it, you can see there. If you screw that clockwise, the lines go in, and if you screw it anti-clockwise, the lines come out, and you can make them longer. So it's easy to maintain the line, but how easy is it to use? First thing I noticed, number 2 is way too aggressive for the strimmer, so I'm popping that into number 1. But straight away I see the difference. It makes it much more controllable.
And I don't normally like shoulder straps, but it's definitely a must when you're using it as a strimmer, because when you're down low, keeping it flat and try not to dig the thing in, it does get a bit heavy. So the shoulder strap definitely helps when you're using this as a strimmer.
And you can see here it's got no problems with long grass at all. It goes through that with ease. And once you get used to it, it's actually quite easy to use.
So it's a really good strimmer, and the butt is, well, it's just a little bit powerful for a domestic garden. I tried it in mode 2, it was way too powerful. It digs in and pretty much digs up the lawn. Now if we modulate the trigger a bit, that's much better. We can tone it down and it's much more usable. I just think it's really, really powerful for what you need in a domestic garden. Now, will it replace my current strimmer? This old thing here, this Bosch one. Yes, it will, because A, that's a load of rubbish, and B, it's still going to save me having loads of multiple tools that I need to store in my shed. So it's still going to replace my strimmer. It's a really good strimmer, but it's going to take some getting used to because it is a bit powerful. Now that's a lot of work, and we've still only used 1 bar of battery. Now we're going to test out our pole saw. We'll see if it's balanced and controllable enough, and we'll see if it's powerful enough to go through some pretty big branches. We need to delimb this palm tree, and we've got a dead palm tree over here. We've got a few big trunks to go through. We're not going to go easy on it. We're going to put it through some pretty thick stuff and see if it's any good.
Before we use the saw, it's good to check the chain tension and top the oil up to the maximum. Now we're going to start off with some smaller limbs first and work our way to some bigger stuff.
It goes through that like butter. Well, that was a bit easier than I expected. Of course, it's a new chain, but it went through that like absolute butter. The one over there, though, is still growing. That bit was dead. So that's probably going to be a bit harder. Let's see what we can do. And don't forget, this does come with an extension pole. So if we need any additional reach, we've definitely got it. And this is a much bigger trunk as well. Let's see if I can get it here.
I think it's powerful enough for the job. It has good reach and it has good balance. It's quite an easy tool to use, but I want to find its limit for you guys so that you don't have to. So we started to use it on some things that you wouldn't really use it for, to see where it stops.
We still haven't found its limit. Bigger, Chris, bigger.
So we've ended up trying to cut some ridiculous sized trees, and eventually we have found its limit.
But let's be honest, that is a chainsaw job. You'd never really take that on with a pruning chainsaw like this one. This is for the first job we did, taking limbs off trees really, which it does with ease. So it's actually done a really good job there. Next up, we're going to test to see if our brush cutter is man enough to handle some of this mess in this garden. I look after this rental for somebody, and the previous tenants moved out and left it in a pretty bad state. So we need to cut all this down to get it sorted. So we'll attach the brush cutter
and the guard, which is just held on by 4 screws.
It looks like it's got plenty of power, but let's see if it's man enough to get the job done.
It goes through the long grasses, weeds and small trees really easily. It's not going to really struggle, so I think we're going to have to test it on something a little bit tougher.
I've cleared that whole lot in just a few minutes, not found its limits at all really, but you can see it's really well balanced, nice and easy to use. But let's see if it'll go through something a little bit thicker, because I really want to find its limit for you guys. So we're going to work our way down this bush here until we get to the really thick branches, and we'll see when it gives up.
And it turns out it's doing better than I thought. We haven't found its limit until we hit a 1-inch trunk in the middle of it, and eventually, well, it did give up.
It went through quite a lot of the thick stuff, so it's got some power and it is nice and easy to use. The guard works well, stops a lot of bits flying in your face, and the blade quality is really good. It's not even put any wear on the blades. Now, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because, well, that'll do me a massive favor and it'll make sure you don't miss out on future releases. And hit that like button for me so that more people get to come across this video and see what this tool is all about. But what is it all about? Is it good? Is it worth your money? Is it worth that £399? And can it replace the 4 tools that it's designed to replace? Let's look at where most of your money goes first. The main body, the motor, the battery, and the construction of the tool. It's pretty robust. It's nice plastics. They've done quite a good job. I've already bashed it up a bit. You can see it's got a scratches here and there, but it isn't perfect. There's one thing I've stumbled across that I think they could improve and that might annoy you. And that is the handle. I've cranked that up as tight as I can get it and it still turns and moves around. I think it's incredibly annoying. Look how tight that is. Okay, you can turn it a little more, but that is ridiculously tight and you can't get your hands in there to tighten it any further. And that's probably the most annoying thing about the whole tool. The attachment system works incredibly well, and once you got that attachment on, it's well balanced, feels nice in the hand. It's not too heavy on the back. Some of the petrol ones kind of feel a little bit weirdly balanced. If you look at this one, it's very slightly motor and battery heavy, but the balance of it's very nice. It's not that heavy at all. And I know you're all looking at my Crocs and you're going to have a laugh at them. Well, laugh away. But genuinely a really well designed and thought out tool. So it's not perfect. There are a few little niggles with it, be it minor ones. What tool is perfect though? I think it does a pretty good job. The question is though, would it replace 4 tools? Will I go over to this to do all 4 jobs? And simply because of the storage saving and the performance that it gives for the money, all right, it's £399, so you expect good performance. There's no reason I wouldn't have this instead of 4 separate tools. I think this offers everything in a really good package. So this morning I had 4 jobs to do. Now I've got none because that thing just nailed them all. But let me know down below in the comments, is there a better tool for the job? Drop it down below and check out one of these videos if you want to see more good tool recommendations. See you in the next one.